Hey, what is up, YouTube fam? Thank y'all for clicking in. Scott Lennox here, man. It's fishing time. A little chilly this morning, but we are heading down to the eastern shore of Virginia, do a little flounder fishing. We've gotten good reports from some guys up in Ocean City and from right here at Seahawks Sports Center down in Pocomoke. It's our stop on the way down. That the fishing down in Watchpre, Quimby, Chincoteague, Folly's Creek, Gargotha, some places like that has been really good over the past couple of weeks. So Bryan Mindte and I from Sunset Provisions are jumping in his little boat today, and we are heading down to the eastern shore of Virginia to do some flounder fishing. But first stop, Seahawks Sports Center, pick up a little ice, some bait, and then we get fishing. All right, we are all set up. Boat is in the water, ready to go. We are fishing today. We are fishing Folly Creek. I fished this spot last year and did really well on some fishing tips from a good buddy of mine. And that same good buddy of mine caught some fish down here the other day. So we're gonna try it here today. Hopefully the water's a little bit cleaner than it was last week with all that wind, but we're all set, man.
We're ready.
I forgot the ice. Forgot the ice at Seahawk, but whatever. We'll just put the fish in the cooler here, obviously, if and when we catch fish. But we're all baited up. We'll show you the rigs here in just a couple of minutes, but we are in Folly Creek, heading to the east just a little bit, and we're gonna get set up here on a beautiful day, really beautiful morning here. No wind at all to speak of. The wind does pick up this afternoon. Tomorrow looks kind of crappy. Bryan and I were originally talking about going tomorrow, but we changed that when we saw the forecast for tomorrow, and we ended up picking a really beautiful day with very, very little wind. Hopefully there's lots of fish. All right, we're fishing, man. We're gonna try this little spot that my buddy Randy told us about. He had some success in the other day, and then we'll move around in here, man. See if we find the fish. Water's a little dirty, not gonna lie. It's clean enough to catch a flounder, but doesn't look great. So we'll do a drift or two in here, and then we'll move closer to the inlet and see what that does for us. But we're fishing. All right, guys, as we get started here, let's talk setup. We're looking at a little bit of dirty water. I expect it to clean up as the tide heads out. Sometimes that'll happen in the spring. So we're hoping for some cleaner water conditions as the tide starts heading out. That'll be the warmer water as well. So we're catching it pretty good. We've got an outgoing tide for most of the trip today. I'll tell you what we're using. So I've got it. Here it is. You can find them all around town. The Deadly Tackle Elite Series casting rod, 7 foot, medium heavy action, really soft tip. This is great for this flounder fishing, man. Superb for back bay flounder fishing. Haven't caught a flounder on them yet. Caught one or two last year on the prototype, but the ones that we have in stock now, these are brand new from even me. On this first one, I've got the Shimano Corvallis 400 20-pound braid, and I'm going to be starting off with, since we're in dirty water conditions, the Deadly Double in chartreuse, baby. All right, high-low rig, nice long leads on it for those flounder. They like that stuff. I'm gonna put a small gulp with some shiners on the bottom hook, and I'm gonna put a little bit of a 4-inch grub with some shiners on the top hook. We'll drop that bad boy down. And then I'm just gonna let Rodney, the rod holder, keep track of this one. Set that in the rod holder. And then for setup number 2, that I'll actually be holding the entire time, same thing here. The Deadly Tackle Elite Series casting rod. And this one is the Cardiff 200A. And guess what, Bryan?
We got them.
Bryan Mindte's got them at Sunset Provisions. This exact combo. What'd you end up pricing these at?
$279.
$279. this entire combo is yours out the door. Spectacular for flounder fishing. If you're looking for just the rod, they're all over the place. Delaware, Maryland, everywhere right now has got them. If you can't find them at your local tackle shop, deadly-tackle.com to check them out. And on this one, I'm going to be using the orange Deadly Double. We had success down here last year using the orange Deadly Double. Same kind of water conditions, a little bit cloudy, not exactly the greenest, cleanest. And so I'm going to use an orange Deadly Double. Plus, I know I've gotten some reports that the orange Deadly Double has been doing pretty good this spring down here in Virginia. So we're going to start with that one on the second rod. A little 3-inch gulp with the glow up top and the orange tail. And then on the top hook, I'm going to use just a 5-inch orange gulp. All right. Those go down to the bottom. We grit our teeth, hold our lips a certain way, and get ready to catch some flounder, baby. Got the most subtle pickup, man. Just the most subtle, boop, just a subtle little boom. And I don't want to set the hook and scare them away because I haven't gotten another bite and I can still feel my sinker. So I got to play this kind of cautiously. But we're going across these little oyster beds and you feel the bottom, you know, you can feel that sinker bouncing along. But this was not oyster bedish. This was a little boom, felt like a bite, but I never felt a second one. So I'm going to give it a second until I feel dead weight, and then I'm going to set the hook and see what happens. I pulled it away from him. Drop it right back down. See my rod bent for a sec?
Yeah, it did.
Gosh, darn it! So when I got the report from Randy the other day, he said they were kind of lethargic, and it has to do with this water clarity, right? And water clarity is not very good. He said his bites were kind of slow, lethargic, but I'm pretty certain that was a fish grab and hold. But he might not have had the whole thing in his mouth, but I've definitely felt some weight. He's just not there. He's not there anymore. Bummer.
So describe that for guys like me that from a couple years ago where I had, your bait's gone, your minnow's gone.
Oh man. Okay. Yep.
So what's the fish doing there? Is it? I mean, the fish bites it.
Yep.
And then swims along with it for a minute.
Yep. They'll pick it up. They'll even feel. Sometimes you'll feel the fish's weight, and what they're doing while we're drifting along is they're just kind of slowly moving with you. They'll slowly move.
And they'll bite it again.
And if you drop it right in front of them and it doesn't drift away too quick, they'll sometimes latch right back on. Usually not in water clarity conditions like this, just because this is a little dirty. So by the time it drifts a couple feet away, he can't see it as well. So I think that's what happened. I think he was on there. I pulled it away from him. My gulp's a little bit messed up. And then by the time I went to drop it back down, it was 5, 6, 8 feet away from him, and he had just, something else will come along. But that's encouraging in this color water because I said to Bryan just a second ago, I'd love to just feel a bite. So there's one. I'd love to just catch a 5-pound flounder. See if it works again.
Tricky little punks.
It's either fish or crab. Oh boy.
Yeah, I'm in it, Bryan. Check it out.
Whoa now. Whoa, bro. It's pulling drag.
Yeah, it is.
Oof. I'm good. I got it right here.
Drag. Yeah, it is. Oof.
I'm good. I got it right here. Wow, that was a weird bite. I'll take it. Come on.
Heck yeah, boy.
Go to Virginia, brother. Right here. What did I tell you? Look at me.
Yeah.
Look at my face. Look at my face. All right, a little explanation before I show you this fish. We're coming off of this little bank, and I said, man, I know how to get a bite. I'll put some sunscreen on.
I swear you.
And Bryan said, what do you mean? I said, well, I know right in the middle of putting sunscreen on my face, I'm going to end up getting a bite, and my hands will be all lubed up.
That is
yeah,
cool.
Baby. That's a nice one.
It is.
That ain't no slouch at all.
Nope.
Oh, he just spit something out too. That's definitely a keeper. So we'll explain this a little bit better in a little bit, but right now, all the way through May 31st, Eastern Shore, Virginia, Maryland, Delaware, Potomac River Fisheries, 16 inches. 16-inch fish, 4 per person, season's open year round. Starting on June the 1st, 17.5 inches, same other regulations, but that fish is easy, probably 18 inches. Let me get some pliers, get that hook out, and we'll show them to you in a second. All right, put the shades back on. Still don't have the sunscreen all in, but whatevs. There we go, man. That's my first flounder this season. So great bite. It was sitting in the rod holder, actually in the bucket. I had just shoved my rod down in the bucket. I was joking around with Brian, but that's the way things work, man. I say I know how to get a bite. We'll put some sunscreen on. Sure enough, I'm in the middle of lubing up my face, and this thing jumps on there, just dead sticking over the side. But really nice fish. Caught him on the orange deadly double. These deadly doubles have been on fire this spring, and this orange has been really, really popular. We stopped by Seahawk Matt. He was sold out of them. So that means they're probably working down here on the shore, obviously working down here on the shore when we do something like this. Let's get a quick measurement on this fish. 16 inches I'm looking for right now. Lay him across the old ruler. That fish is almost 19 inches long.
Heck yeah, man.
Yeah, baby. Hey, Wendy, you got some flounder coming for you. Let's go. All right, there we go, man. So first fish in the box, and we were just trying to figure out which one he exactly ate, and this is the one he ate. He ate the orange deadly double with the 5-inch orange gulp, salmon red gulp they call it, all by itself. I've got one down here with a half one. It's got the salmon red tail on it, live minnow. I did get a bite on that one earlier, and on the other one I've got a deadly double chartreuse with some shiners and some little teasers. But he ate the gulp, man, the 5-inch gulp with nothing on it, in the rod holder while I'm putting on sunscreen. Yeah, baby. And if it was a fish, it wouldn't release so much, but I don't want to ruin it by it not. Well, it's been long enough. Yeah, it's grass. That's the difference between grass and a fish. And there's the grass. Yep. That's the difference between a grass and a fish, man. When you pull them back and you feel that weight, and then the line goes, you can actually see your rod tip kind of release real slowly. That's normally the bottom, grass, something like that. When you pull back and it kind of stays down, that's more likely a fish. So I was pretty sure that wasn't a fish, and sure enough, grass all over my hook. But you got to be careful, man. You got to be careful. You don't be thinking grass and all of a sudden you lose a big old flatty fish. I don't know if this is a fish, but we may have just gone through like a big grass patch. That's a fish. Yep. Got her. It ain't chartreuse, yes, it ain't no use, baby. It ain't chartreuse, it ain't no use. Keeper number 2, Bryan Mindte. Once again on Rodney. Love it.
Rodney's hot today.
Love it. I just said that was a good drip. Yeah, baby. Let's go here. All right. Don't worry about getting yourself tangled in the net, folks. Ultimate goal, get that fish in the boat. All right, so yeah, that was nice. That was dead stick again as well. Had one sitting in the rod holder up front here, and he ate the deadly double with the shiners. Deadly double with the shiners, man. Chartreuse and a couple of silver sides we got over there at Matt's place. I think that fish is going to be legal as well. Tail down here on the end. Always measure flounder with the mouth closed. 17 1/4, baby. Yeah.
Attaboy.
17 1/4, buddy. Deadly doubles doing the deed. It's a lot of D's. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo-hoo! Let's get this. You can tell that's bottom or fish. Oh boy. this. Look at that. It just popped off.
Wow. Wow.
Folks, that is why you leave a flounder in the water until you get the net over top of them. That fish literally popped off in the net, right? I had a good hook set on him. I had plenty of pressure on him, but it was not in his lip enough to where he was going to come out of there no problem. So keep him in the water, keep the pressure of the water on top of him, get the net on him, and put keeper 3 in the boat, baby. All right, there we go, man. What I think is going to be no problem, keeper number 3 with the regulations we've got in place right now. Season's open year round, 4 fish per person. Right now, 16 inches. We're looking at 16 inches, and then May 31st, 16 inches goes away, June 1st, 17 and a half. So let's see what this one is. I'm pretty confident we got keeper number 3 going in the boat. Into the measuring stick, mouth closed. 17, baby. 17. 17, no problem. There we go, buddy. Keeper number 3. What's up?
Yes, sir.
2 on the 5-inch Gulp Orange Deadly Double. Felt the weight for a split second, then I felt like a little. Felt the weight for a second, and then felt like a little swimming around, and now no weight. He's left, lost interest. He might have gone ahead and tried to take my bait, and then felt the sting of the hook, and then kind of let it go. But that was definitely a fish. Ah! Didn't even give me a chance. Ah! Yep, there it is. Minnow gone. So he got what he wanted and left. Unfortunately, he did not bite on to the hook. Probably had a hold of it, something like this. I could feel the weight, the tension of the bait. He had the minnow in his mouth, and then he said, "See ya, thanks for the lunch." I'm not waiting on this one. Wait and set the hook. Oh,
There he is. There he is.
Gotcha. Oh,
Ooh.
that was a great bite. I'll take that.
Yeah, man.
Stay underwater.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, baby. Yeah, baby.
A little more aggressive bite on that one.
Yo, you can see that thump, right?
Yep.
Look what they're spitting out. A little grass shrimp. It
Yeah.
looks like always this time of year. All right, man. There we go, dude.
Yeah, buddy.
That's what that is.
Orange. Orange.
No, I meant.
Oh,
That's a limit, baby.
it is.
Yeah. The rest is up to you. I believe so. I mean, we're still looking at 16. Like, the funny thing is these fish, I think, oops, don't grab that. Man, that orange has been on fire today for me. That's 3 fish
It
out of
has.
4.
Yep.
This fish only has to be 16 inches to keep, right? So I think he's 16. He's not making 17 and a half though. Let's see what we got. Whoa. End of the tape. You know what?
You're gonna make it.
I'm gonna let him go. He's close enough
It's
where
close.
I would, you know, here.
Yep.
But right on the nose, 16 inches. I'm not gonna push it. I'm gonna get this gulp back, and I'm gonna release him safely to eat another one and go after his buddy.
Yeah, baby.
All right, Minty, you need help with the net? You're a good netter.
Maybe.
That's a good one. Let me help you out.
Yeah.
Just give me a swing this way. Yep, you're good. That's a beautiful fish. That's the best one yet. Yeah, baby. Yeah, baby. Yeah, baby. That's a 2021, brother.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. All right, do your job. Don't let us get in the marsh. We'll get him in a second. Yeah, baby. Yes.
Nice.
If it ain't chartreuse, oh, you got them on the white, bro.
Did.
The white deadly
with
double. No
chartreuse.
kidding.
Chartreuse gold.
Yeah, we'll show you this fish real quick. There she goes. All right, Bryan Mindte,
Check it out, dude.
welcome to the board, bro.
Yeah, finally. nice fish, dude.
Nice one.
Did you see that? Like I had 2 lines in, and all of a sudden this one came swimming around the stern of the boat, and I was like, "Why? Where's that? What's going on here?" Picked it up.
They picked it up and swam with it. That's what happens.
Man. Yep. Beautiful fish, dude.
Nice fish, man. Get a measure on that thing.
All right. Let's see what we got here.
I'm going. That's at least 19. Might be 20 and a half. That's my guesstimate. You're running out of space on the top of that board.
There we are.
Give me 19 and a half. What?
18 and a half.
Oh, you know what that is? That's the flounder gods being good to me. That's all that was. Nice fish, brother.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah. Hold him up. Yeah.
What do you think of that?
You know what I think of that? Flounder sandwiches.
Yes, sir.
Pretty work, brother. All right, we're going right
Flounder
back up here. We found this little cut with some clean water. We're going right back up in there. Let's do it. So we've been forced to resort to bump trolling. The tide is now going that way. The wind is now blowing that way. And that means we go nowhere. When the wind's against the tide, especially in a little canal like this, it's going to be tough to do a drift. So we've been forced to, because we want our bait to be moving, we want our rigs moving across the bottom, we've been forced to do some bump trolling. Basically, bump trolling is put a couple lines off the back of the boat, and then Bryan's going to bump it into gear. He'll just take the handle, turn it into gear, maybe 3-5 seconds, and then shut it off. We found that downwind is probably best for us because that's the way this boat likes to drift, is downwind. So a couple of lines off the back, a couple of bump trolling passes. Still in the cleanest water right here, so resorted to bump trolling. We'll see how it goes, but we got a nice box with 4 fish in it, so no complaints out of us either way, right? No complaints out of us either way. And even if we didn't have fish in the box, we'd be joyous because look at this, man. Absolutely beautiful today, right? Just because you ain't catching don't mean you ain't fishing. No luck on the bump troll. No luck on the bump troll. And what you'll find sometimes in the spring is what we're finding right now. Water can go from doo-doo brown to a nice kind of green color with some clarity, and then back to doo-doo brown real quick. And that's what's happened to us. We were fishing up in this little cut through the marsh where we found the cleanest water we could find today, and it was really nice and green. The wind switched on the tide. The tide started going against the wind, and it went to dookie in just probably 15 minutes, 20 minutes. We did try and get the last part of it, but just because we were drifting against the wind, we weren't moving anywhere, and everything slowed down for us. But we got a great box of fish. We got 4 really fat, nice fish. We're gonna still give it a little bit of time. This water is not as clean as it was even this morning with the tide switching, because now we're at the low part of the tide. But we'll give it another probably 15 minutes, half hour or so, see if we get a bite, because I've caught fish in dirtier water than this. Plus, it's a beautiful day. We got a little bit of time left. But we are not as optimistic as we were just a little while ago, because conditions have changed pretty quickly. And the wind I told y'all about earlier today is starting to blow a little bit. It's not bad yet, but it's on the way. I think that's it, Bryan.
That's it, buddy.
That's it, bro. This water went to pretty bad, pretty quick. But we'll make a short day of it. 4 nice keepers in the box. Everything between 17 and 19 inches. Really fat, nice fat fish, healthy fish. Gonna make some really great fillets. So let's clean one of these up, show you how I use the Bubba blade to clean one of these bad boys up, and then we'll say see you later. All right, guys, so I'm gonna clean this flounder up. I'm gonna use this Bubba blade rechargeable. This thing is awesome. Reciprocating, so you push the trigger and it just does the work for you. If you got like a million sea bass or croakers or perch like Bryan and I had a couple of months ago, this thing comes in real handy. It comes with 4 different blades. It's got a 7-inch flex, I think, a 9-inch flex, a 9-inch stiff, and a 12-inch stiff. So basically any fish you can think of you need to clean with this thing. It's going to do a good job. Blades aren't super sharp, but because of the reciprocation, it gets through things really, really easily. I'll show you how I do a flounder with it. I got this at Hawker's up at Genie Hardware. I think they still sell them right there on the shelf, so you can go take a look and see them at Genie Hardware, or they've got them online, that kind of thing. But the Bubba Blade rechargeable reciprocating fillet knife. So take the dark side. I like to do the dark side first. Oh, it's still kicking. What's up? Behind the head, and you're going to make a curved cut down past the gut. And then I'm going to be putting this in 4 pieces anyway, so I'm going to go right down the lateral line, and that takes it to the tail. And I'm going to make a little incision down on the tail because that's going to be cut anyway. Oh, I'm sorry, bro. And then the knife goes in between the cut that you just made down to the backbone, and that's when you're going to take the knife and work it toward the back. And this is where the reciprocation comes in real nice, especially if you're a novice with cleaning flounders. Put the knife in there against the rib cage, and then you just kind of slowly, steadily work your way back toward the tail. Just like that. Really, really nice. That's nice, isn't it, Mickey?
That's perfect, man.
All right, and then you're going to take, I'll get to those pieces in a second, but then you're going to take the skin off by putting the fillet flat on your cutting surface. Put the knife down here at the base of the tail, and then once you get started, you let the reciprocation of the blade do the work, and then just pull the skin towards you. It's able to put that little bend in the blade, so you can get that little bit of bend in the blade, and then that comes absolutely off beautifully. There's fillet number 1. We'll get 4 out of this guy, 4 out of that guy, and 4 out of the other 2 for 16 beautiful flounder fillets. Yeah! Yeah, bro. That little boat is lucky. That's why I wanted to show you the whole thing. This little boat is lucky. What is this, 16 feet?
16 feet.
16 feet. This thing is awesome. Thanks, ER Bounds, because ER Bounds made it possible for Bryan Mindte to own this boat. And now we've been on 2 trips this year in it, and it's been awesome. Not enough room for a cameraman in there, but we can be our own cameraman. But you guys, thanks for clicking into the vid, man. We had a great time down here in Folly's Creek. Wind's starting to blow. You can probably hear it in the background. Water got real dirty there at the end. One throwback, maybe could have tried to measure that fish out and have a limit, but not too worried about it, man. We had some really, really good fishing. 4 other fish were all legal size, 17, 17 and a quarter, 18 and a half, and 19 inches. Great fishing. Deadly tackle stuff was on fire. Yep. Deadly double. We caught them on the deadly double chartreuse. The orange seemed to do most of the work with 3 of the keepers. And then Brian caught his keeper on the white deadly double. Available at tackle shops all over the place, New Jersey all the way down here to Virginia, or at deadly-tackle.com. Pick up that rod combo over at Brian's Place, Sunset Provisions in West Ocean City. The rods themselves available all tackle shops, or also at deadly-tackle.com. Thanks for clicking into the vid, man. Anything you want to say to your adoring fans on YouTube? No. He said no. Hit the social media. Hit the social media. iFishingOC, Instagram, Fishing OC on Facebook, website fishingoc.com for my nightly fishing report. See you next time. Peace.
Love the chase and the hunt, and I set the pace when I'm running. I always take what I want and I always give it 100. Don't need a bank, no I'm funded. Play the game like it's nothing. I'm always thankful for something. Don't take for granted, stay humble. Now wake up!